Hello everyone, it's Steve with Aptera Owners Club. I thought that we'd do a little video on the investment side of Aptera and a little update on the Accelerator program because we haven't talked about that in a while. You guys remember that Aptera put a little pause on their investments for a few weeks, and for now, you can only invest in Aptera if you are an accredited investor. And an accredited investor, according to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, is you have to meet one of these criteria. You don't have to meet all of them. Just any one of these will count. So you have to have a net worth of over $1 million, not including your home. So you have to take your home value out of it. So you have to have assets other than your home that are worth over $1 million. Or if you're an individual, you made $200,000 a year for the prior 2 years, and you reasonably expect to make at least that amount in the current year. Or if you're married, $300,000. Or you can be an investment professional, or you can be directors, executive officers, or general partners of the company selling the security. So if you're a director or executive officer or general partner of Aptera, or any family client of a family office. A family office is basically really wealthy people have what's called family offices, and they pool their money together. And these family offices make investment decisions for these wealthy families. And then for investments in private fund, knowledgeable employees of the fund can also do it. So usually most people are accredited investors due through financial criteria. So over $1 million of net worth other than your home, or $200,000 or $300,000 a year for the past 2 years, and reasonably expect to make that depending on whether you're an individual or married. Okay, so what happened recently is if you type in this view offering circular, it sends you to this, which is an updated offering circular. It was updated as of June 14th, 2023. I perused this, and it's not any different than the filing that we talked about on the May 7th video, the 2022 SEC filing. There's no updated financials. The only difference I noticed really is previously they had had a little spelling mistake calling themselves Aptera in a couple of places. That is now fixed, and they don't have any Aptera in here. It's all Aptera as it should be. And it looks like that this is the new circular that they are submitting to the SEC before they can restart the investments for unaccredited investors. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to sell about $38 million worth of shares, so up to 3.6 million shares of common B stock. If you look at the shares outstanding, if you look at common plus preferred shares outstanding, what you'll see is there are about 73 million shares outstanding, which at $10.50 a share, you're looking at valuation of almost $800 million. So currently Aptera is valuing themselves at around $800 million. And the rest of this is pretty much the same as the previous SEC filing from a month ago. So there's not any huge differences in that. Now, what is different is the investor leaderboard has gone up to 18.6 million. So they're almost at that 20 million that they were kind of hoping to get. And there's only 699 slots remaining. If you look, the pause caused the huge spike in investments. So here is a week by week. This is a graph made by one of the people on our Discord channel. There's a lot of cool stuff happening on our Discord channel, so you guys want to check it out. If you see week 1, there was almost $2 million raised, and then there was like pretty strong interest for the first 2 months, and then it has dropped off, and it was puttering along at like below $500,000 a week. And then you see the week before the pause, I think people felt kind of like, oh, this is kind of our last chance to get in. Although, they're going to restart it soon. And you see that they raised well over $2 million in the last week. There's another cool thing that's found. You can go to tinyurl/Aptera Accelerator report. Wasub and Bennett Yee kind of teamed up to do this, and you can see a week by week how much money that they're raising, a day by day for the previous week, and updated every 2 hours or so for the current day. So you see that they're at about 65.1% to the 2,000 goal and 93% of the way to the 20 million goal. And the number of new investors has climbed over time. So you see here, new investor percentage was 32% at the beginning, and now it's up to 41.4%. So they're attracting new investors, which is a great thing. And then if you look at, we've been dropping slowly in our place. So we're now at 18 for our inline for our Aptera, courtesy of Mr. Crockford. And again, you see RP from Maryland still hasn't reached out to me, so I don't know who RP from Maryland is. Still, if you're watching RP from Maryland and you want to talk about it, I'd love to interview you. And then there is KW from, I believe this is Germany. And then a couple interesting, like, I also want to know who WG from Oklahoma is. Oklahoma is my home state, and kind of an interesting place because Oklahoma generally is not a pro EV state, and I wouldn't think that Idaho's a hotbed of EV adoption either. But most of these are California, which I would expect. But yeah, I think we started at number 13 when Mr. Crockford first offered us his spot. Now we're down to 18, which is good. We've dropped 5 slots since then, which is a great thing. And so it looks like they're doing strong, and hopefully when they reopen, we'll see another strong spike because there may be some pent-up demand. All right, so that's where we're at. No big changes. I was kind of hoping there'd be some new things in this circular, but yeah, there's nothing new that I found. If anyone's looked through this and found something new, let us know in the comments below. But unless you are an accredited investor at this point, you can no longer invest in Aptera until they reopen it to unaccredited investors, which I expect will probably happen in the next couple of weeks. Okay, all right. Well, that's our update on the Accelerator program. They're very close to 20 million, and you still have lots of time, it looks like, before it gets to 2,000. Again, this is not a time limited thing. It's just a slot limited thing, which I think was a good move, and they made that change, I think, a month or so ago. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.